Deadliest year in recent history. In August alone, police there report 11 homicides, and that is the most in a single month since at least 2008. Let's bring in Jason Rantz, Seattle KTTH radio talk show host and a good friend of the show. Thank you for being here. So this is not good news, right? So we've got all these homicides. Call for, let's see, the climb. I want to just show you from 2021, a total of 42, and we're just at the beginning of September, and you've got 27 there in Seattle. Are you hearing people start to get a little panicked about this?
They are, especially because that 27 number is old. The SPD doesn't update its dashboard for months. We're actually at 44 homicides. So we've already done more than what we did last year. We're on pace, as you point out, to hit a historic number, a 25-year high potentially at the end of this year. And people are panicked. There's more and more conversations that frankly didn't take place when they should have last year. We were clearly going in this direction. And now you're starting to see some of the liberal columnists call this out, some more media outlets pointing to this. The mayor has been making this a key issue, even though the council, unfortunately, is not.
And then are all of these homicides unrelated, or is there gang activity that's driving some of this?
So it's kind of all over the place. The main driver is gang violence. We're very clearly seeing gang violence in Seattle. At the same time, we're seeing it connected to the drug wars. We, just like other Pacific Northwest cities and states, frankly, have decriminalized drugs, which effectively has legalized them, which meant more of the drug dealers are out in our communities. They are starting to fight with one another. And when you see this kind of issue getting in front of some of the homeless encampments, you're seeing gun violence breaking out there. So across the board, we're seeing this hitting specifically because of policies that we can easily point to and say we have seen an increase in violence due to these policies, due to the defunding movement as well.
And then you have, just to your south in Oregon, a pretty tight gubernatorial race. Christine Drazan is the Republican. She was on Hannity's show. Watch this.
What we're experiencing has been a decade of decline under progressive, extreme, single-party leadership in our state, and we are feeling it across the whole state, but especially in Portland, where they are less safe today than they have ever been before.
One of the things happening is you have people reportedly leaving their homes, deciding to pull up stakes and leaving because they say the homeless problem is so bad that their quality of life has suffered as well.
Yeah, and you're starting to see the same trend, frankly, across the West Coast states and some of the big cities, especially on homelessness. The policy on homelessness, for the most part, is to let homeless people do what they want without any consequences. And when they're ready to ask for help, that's when we'll give it to them. A lot of this is being fueled, the homeless crisis, by unaddressed mental health issues, drug addiction. These are not folks who are just going to willingly raise their hands and say, I need help. We are enabling them. And that's why you've seen this problem spread so dramatically in Portland, San Francisco, Seattle. And unless you're going to have a policy that actually takes this seriously, that includes sweeps while connecting people to services, you're not going to see any change. And unfortunately, we are starting to see a lot more people just say, I'm done. I don't pay what I pay to live in Portland, Seattle, San Francisco, to be surrounded by human waste and folks who, frankly, can be really dangerous.
Do you think that the Republican does have a chance in this gubernatorial race in Oregon?
They have a chance. I don't know if it's going to be easy. The same here in Washington. We've got some conservatives who have stepped up. Tiffany Smiley on the Senate side, where a lot of people are paying attention to. The unfortunate reality is we still live in a region that is deeply blue. And there are a lot of people who still have blinders on. They don't want to acknowledge the problems that they have caused by embracing some of these policies. So it is going to take a lot for them to decide to vote for a Republican. That's the unfortunate reality here. However, if there was ever a time where you're going to start to see that kind of shift, it would be now.
Well, it's a beautiful part of the world, especially this time of year. Jason Rantz, thank you.
Yeah.
From Seattle to Chicago, a woman brutally attacked and brought